I was selected, and I had 2 other engineers with me when we got on board.
Ralph and 2 engineers were the first passengers.
I had an experience on board of this 45-foot craft.
Could you describe the experience?
Sure. When we got on board, and Carr said, what we're going to do is we're going to vibrate this craft to that particular frequency, the color of aquamarine. So they fired it up, and this thing turned into this beautiful, brilliant aquamarine. The whole craft inside was all lit up. And then he said, okay, that's it. He says, come on down to debriefing. That's the end of the experiment.
Ring remembers the entire experience lasting only 15 seconds. But that short period of time encompassed something much more phenomenal.
And he said, what you did was you went downrange 10 miles and you came back. You resonated here for about 5 to 10 seconds, and where you were was probably equate to about 15 minutes. He said, well, check your pockets. And we had these little jumpsuits on, and we emptied our pockets out, and there were stones and sticks and grass and everything. We piled it up on his desk. And he said, well, where'd that come from?
The debris Ring found in his pocket was allegedly from an area 10 miles from the testing site. He asserts he did not have it before the testing of the craft.
How come we don't remember it? And he said, well, because the brain, it's reached its optimum capacity.
Were there any external witnesses, extrinsic to the event itself?
Yeah. He was a police officer in Apple Valley at the time. And him and his buddy saw this craft. I looked up on my email, and the guy says, did you have jumpsuits on? And yeah. And he says, well, I think we saw you guys. I mean, you just were there for a few minutes and you left.
They had no idea what was going on. They felt a vibration. 2, there was a bright blue light. 3, they wound up 10 miles away with no sense of movement or any memory of flying there. What does that sound like? It sounds very much like an alien abduction. Otis Carr was using the same techniques that alien abductors use.
Could we talk a little bit about, what the fundamental principle was or is that makes...
Well, the simple explanation I can give you is you reach a resonant frequency of anything, and you then become, you synergize with it. You become kind of one with it.
Because Ring is not a scientist, he has a limited understanding of Carr's theories, other than that Carr believed objects could be moved through space and time by creating a resonant frequency with a predetermined location. Resonance is the specific pitch that triggers an exaggerated oscillation in an object. Every object has its own specific resonant frequency. For example, a tuning fork in the key of C has little effect on a tuning fork in the key of D. But if both tuning forks are in the same key, striking one will cause the other to vibrate in sympathy. Another example is a crystal goblet which can be made to resonate so violently at a certain note that it will actually shatter.